Paradise World videos. Ooh, Paradise World videos. Where it all get paid.
Paradise World video. Yeah, we've got some really good news today. So it's the first time to the channel. Make sure you subscribe because we've got a lot of good news to get on with. And of course, apart from being Padre Diaz, Father's Day in Spain, and it's really quiet. Of course, this road is normally chock-a-block, K.A. Raymond Gallard, but today it's a little bit quiet. But we're going to crack on with all this good news we've got for you. Yeah, as you know, we've had a lot of bad rain and a lot of storms in Spain the last few days. And yeah, we have got good news on the horizon. As you know, we've had all this heavy rain and it's been hitting all parts of Spain. Yeah, in this video, as you can see down in Mazarin, we've had 40 litres of rain just in an hour. Of course, a lot of roads and little alleyways and all sides of the place been flooded, beaches have been ruined. And this was in Tuesday, 77 bad incidents where it had to be rescued. 9 people are actually stranded, and they reckon this is probably one of the worst storms they've had for a long time down in Mazarin. The old weatherman says here, despite all these bad storms we've been having, it's not all dismal at all because it's been pretty mild. It's been mild, you know, most of the Canary Islands and also in Spain, where they reckon temperatures have been 1.2 above normal average here in Spain. And not only that, it's been one of the 6 warmest winters we've had since 1961 in Spain. So yeah, it ain't all doom and gloom because there is some real good news on the horizon. And I reckon we need to start getting the sun cream out because summer's on its way. And this is according to the weather experts. Apart from a damp old March we've been having all across Spain, but even though it's been warmer, like I say, we've got some real great weather. They're predicting this year going to be one of the hottest years in Spain. Even though like March has been a complete washout everywhere and sorted out the drought problems we've been having for the last 3 years because the amount of rain we've had, we've filled up all the reservoirs again. That's the only positive side. And we're halfway through the month here in March. But yeah, we've got a scorcher coming. This is what they're saying. And they're saying April, May and June is going to be a super scorcher. And I reckon it's going to be 17% hotter than it was last year. And on the good news of it, the sun's out today as well. Good to see a lot of people out and about on Father's Day as well. And it's not as busy as normal, but the little bars here that are open, they've got quite a gathering. We have got some real good news about squatting in Spain. Yeah, big changes, and it all happened the other day in Barcelona. As you know, squatting is a massive problem here in Spain, and some good news on the horizon has just happened. A big shock ruling in Barcelona. They've now ruled, mind you, it's only in Barcelona for time being, but they reckon this ruling could spread all over Spain. And the Court of Appeals have said now it's legal to cut off squatters' electric before it was illegal. If any squatters are squatted in your house and they've got utility, gas, water and electric, you weren't allowed to cut it off. You had to leave it, human rights and all that baloney. But yeah, it's all changed. They're saying now it's okay. Anyone squatting in your house, you don't have to keep paying for the bills. You can literally get it all cut off. Saying with this new ruling, it's more likely spread all over Spain. But it's not just that. We have got some other good news, of course, because on the 3rd of March, they're actually speeding up the process of squatters, where it normally takes 3 years. They reckon they're going to have it sorted out in 15 days. So mainly the squatting malarkey is going to come to an end here. Meanwhile, break and entry crimes in Spain increased by 7% in 2024. That's 16,500 cases. As you know, there's a couple of types of squatting in Spain. There's the one where they just break in and then they just basically decide to stay forever. But if you're quick enough to get the police in, I think it's up to 48 hours, you can get them out straight away without going through the court process. As long as you do prove that you are the legal owner of the property, you can get them out. And then of course, if they're actually decided to originally rent from you and then they just stop paying, get in there quick enough and it's your second home, apparently it could take the 3-year wait, which actually is going to be all changed, like I say, in April. We've got some other good news, and yeah, the ETIAS, the permit, again, has been delayed. And this is the EU ETIAS that costs €7. The travel authorization has now been delayed to 2027. As you know, it kept on getting delayed. It was going to be in June, then October. Now it's going to be another year or so. They're saying the end of 2026 it's going to start being mandatory, and then into 2027 is when we're actually going to need this permit to travel into Europe, if you're not a European person, of course. That means all non-EU countries, including the UK, will have to get this ETIAS. But yeah, it's not a rush at the moment because it keeps getting delayed. It's all to do getting their machines up and running in these airports, and it just saves the old Border Patrol having to stamp your passport. It'll all be done on a machine. I know when you're checking in and checking out, whether you're a criminal, you're wanted. So yeah, there's no rush just yet. When the time comes and you need to get this sorted, of course, it's €7. You get the application online. It's a criminal check. They check all your background, and it will last for 3 years. And it will allow you to travel in any parts of the EU. And you're going to be able to need it because they won't let you in without it. Of course, everyone's going to be needing it, but if you're a child under the age of 18, you will be exempt from the fee. And of course, if you're over 70, you won't have to pay for the fee either. So you won't have to fork out the big €7 for the 3-year application. If you're thinking about moving to the safest part of Spain, well, according to the Ministry of Tourism, they've come up with Costa del Sol, an area called Albachi. They're saying it's one of the safest areas to live in Spain. The place they're talking about is a place down in Albachi there called La Mancha. And yeah, the whole area of Albachi, 170,000 people, but they reckon this is a nice city, tranquility and picturesque. And yeah, it's actually not known by many tourists, even though people flock to the places like Barcelona. I reckon this area is one of the places that they seem to miss out on a lot because it is one of the nicest places and the safest place to live. Chances of being robbed down there are very little. They reckon it's a very crime low place to be. So I take it there ain't no hugger muggers or bag snatchers down there. Probably got no looky either. But yeah, plenty out here today, innit? What a change in the weather today. Father's Day. And someone did mention as all the bars closed on Father's Day. Well, along here, as you can see, business as usual, all the way around. I think they're all enjoying a bit of sun before the rain comes back. I think one more day of rain this week, and then this weather prediction is going to start kicking in because April's just round the corner. What is happening along here, along this front there, as you can see all these yellow markings here. They've just come out and done this now. The local council in Torrevieja, they've marked the boundary of where all these tables and chairs are coming out, as you can see. And they're clamping down on the space. They don't want it to take too much of the promenade and the bar areas. Of course, they've got to pay their business taxes, and they pay by the square metre, how much space they've taken up. So stop them taking liberties as they've been doing and ain't been clamping down on them. They've now marked all the areas where the tables and chairs cannot go past. Well, it's going to cost them more money. Cha-ting, cha-ting. So yeah, back in paradise again, innit, as you know. To be best country in Europe, and I reckon by 5 years more life expectancy than anywhere else. Their life expectancy here is up to 86 years here in Spain. The old Mediterranean diet, and that don't include the sangria and the wine and the beer. Healthy living and exercise, as you can see, jogging, walking, al fresco dining. So as you know, being so popular Spain all the time, flights coming from all over England here, breaking record figures. 18.4 million UK visitors arriving in Spain every year. But we're getting them on these planes coming from all parts of Spain, and especially the other day, trouble again, and it's from Manchester this time. Gentleman didn't want to take any notice what the air steward was telling him. He couldn't vape on the plane, and he continued to vape his pineapple vape. And he wouldn't take any notice, and the captain warned him, and yeah, he just laughed at him and just carried on vaping all the way. But at the other end, when he landed at Alicante, so did the police. They were there waiting for him as he got off the plane. Of course, it was posted all over social media. And yeah, people just still don't want to do what they're told on these planes. Of course, as you know, these airlines, they won't take any nonsense. They call the police and they're waiting there as soon as they land. And as you know, these low-cost airlines, they're all trying to push now for 2 limits a drink on these planes to cut back all these people getting too drunk. Yeah, Playa de Cura, this is how we know it, eh? Chock-a-blocker again. You know, we have a big problem here in Spain, of course, like England, people coming across on the boat from Morocco and all different parts of Spain. And they've been doing a lot of negotiation here in Spain lately, and they've actually come up with a plan to rehouse 4,000 immigrants and yeah, displace them all over Spain in all different areas, Alicante, Murcia, and yeah, all going to be looked after. That's the latest news, all good news of course. So if you're coming out for your holiday next month, April, May, June, 70% hotter than last year. That's what they reckon. Great news about the squatters as well. Finally, they're going to sort these squatters out, and they're not going to be able to get away with much for much longer, especially when they start bringing this new law in. Yeah, I don't know if any of you have had problems with squatters with your second homes and you've had problems getting out, but yeah, I've done many videos of squatters, and if you want to check it out, I'll post it just at the top. Well, they can't carry on having a free ride now and having free electricity and free gas and water. So there, they do say, now the rulings come in Barcelona, everyone else is set to follow. Meanwhile, hasta luego. I'm going to get my shorts and sun cream, getting ready for this sun.